Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World. And let's talk about Wargames. Let's talk about Wargames, guys. I know I haven't talked about Wargames yet. I actually, to be perfectly honest, I didn't really get into them that much until this week when we started doing a new things on stream called Wargame Wednesdays or Wednesday Wargames. One of the two. I haven't decided what I want to call it yet. But it wasn't until this week that we really started getting to it that I really jumped in full, like full on into it, and just really started loving Wargames so very much. Also, I think at the end of this video, we're going to open a couple of military llamas, and we're going to talk about this. Actually, no, we're going to save that for this must-have Sunday. So if you guys want to see me open some military llamas and talk about that this Sunday, wow, it's only a couple days. So this Sunday, this must-have Sunday video sneak peek is going to be about summer tickets and military llamas and talking a little bit about what's coming in the future. But anyway. Let's jump into this and let's talk. We're going to talk about Wargames right now. We're going to talk about how I feel about Wargames, what I think is going on here, and also we're going to talk a little bit about what has been going on with Wargames. Both what bugs happened, what bugs, have been fixed, what bugs are currently active, and what's going on. But first, let me say this really huge thank you to all of you guys. I know so many people have been buying so many. People have been spending a lot of V-Bucks right now because they are trying to get the military weapons. And I know a lot of you guys are using my creator code DUJ2 right there. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all so very much. There's so many of you, and I wish I could thank all of you. Actually, I don't even know because they don't actually tell us who does it. They just give us a number. But thank you very much, guys. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate all of you guys who are doing it. It helps me out so much. And a lot of you know that even if you're playing Battle Royale and using my creator code, it helps out. Because as long as you spend V-Bucks, if you spend V-Bucks and Save the World in Battle Royale, or if you purchase a game in the Epic Game Store right now, there's a sale going on. And if you use my creator code, it's called Creator Tag there. But if you use it, it helps me out. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to you guys. It makes a huge difference in my life and small content creators. And there's a lot of us out there. If you have a favorite content creator, make sure to ask them. Ask them if they have a creator code, to put it in and use it. And don't forget also, in Fortnite, in Battle Royale, and Save the World, every 2 weeks, the code, the who you're supporting automatically drops off. So it automatically drops off, so you have to re-enter it if you want to keep supporting that person. So thank you very much for that, guys. All right, where we're going to start this, actually, can I don't think I can see it here. No, I can't see my banner here. No, I can't see my banner here, so I can't see which ones I have already. And I gotta tell you, I'm still missing some of the banners. There's so many of the War Games banners to talk about. Let's start with the Trello board. We're going to start on the Trello board because we're going to talk about both the things that have been fixed already and the things that still need to be fixed and the current bugs that are happening in War Games. So let's jump over there. So here we are in the Save the World top issues. The biggest one that people were talking about and people have been asking for a long time was if the trap durability, because people, like, every single day, they're still on my videos every day or in streams every day, someone comes in asking if the trap durability has been fixed, and it has been fixed. So what happened was, and I know a lot of people still haven't played War Games because they're afraid of this, but trap durability may not properly reset after a War Games mission ends. Update: we found an issue in testing that doesn't properly reset the durability when winning War Games, only when failing. So you could keep losing them, but we're still working towards getting this issue 100% resolved, but it has been fixed. It's been 100% fixed. Now, they said there was no workaround, but there actually was a workaround that we thought about after. We realized that what you could do was you could set down your traps, and after you finish the War Games, you just destroy them and set them again. Because remember, when you destroy traps, you get the durability back. You get the items back, you get the materials back. So we realized that, but again, that would be a huge amount. That would be a big pain, guys. That would be a huge pain to do that every single. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine doing that every single time that you were in the war games? You had to do it, and no, it's too much. It's too much. So durability is back. What does this mean? This means that you just have to go ahead and go into your war games or into your SSD before and build. You build everything, you put down your traps, and no matter what happens during the war games or the SSD, even if your traps are destroyed, when the simulation ends, then everything comes back to how you set it up at first. So that's actually something really, really awesome about the current war games and SSDs. The way it worked before was whatever you put down before, during, or whatever got destroyed, that's how your SSD ended. That's how it looked at the end. Trap durability was reset all the times, but now it's amazing because you can full on build whatever you want. If it doesn't work, just break things down and reset them again. I have been working on a series that I'm really, really excited to bring to you guys, which is an SSD series. I'm actually going to start in Twine because Twine seems to be the one that most people are working on. It's the one I'm most comfortable with too as well, because my Canny, well, my Canny Valley is a little crazy. For those of you, actually, I'm sad that I'm not in my Canny Valley story SSD right now. I kind of went a little crazy in Canny Valley. I ran out of material. I'll show it to you guys one day, because we're also going to have to actually, one of these days during a stream, I'm going to have to go one by one and destroy everything in every single one of my... I'm not looking forward to that. Every single one of my SSDs. I want to destroy everything and start from scratch on every single one of them, because I do want to bring a series, which I'm already working on, of how I defend each spot and how I defend each SSD depending where it's coming from. So I'll be talking about that soon. But anyway, so that's a huge one. It's amazing. It's wonderful that has been fixed. The trap durability is completely reset. Another war games thing that was a problem was the trapped out war games challenge does not replace the traps after the war game is complete. That has been also fixed. So that's been completely fixed. Let's see. Defeat screen does not appear in war games match. That's been fixed. Structures and health do not scale properly necessary in war games. That's been fixed. This one was an interesting one too. Husks can attack Amplifier and Storm Shield 3 walls during Storm Shield defense missions. And it was kind of funny because the workaround that someone had made was just build multiple walls so that they can't reach. I mean, that's an interesting one, but that has been fixed too. And let's continue. We're going to talk about the ones that currently are active. Right now, there is a weapons given to defenders during war games missions are not returned. That's a huge one. Matchmaking times are long for war games and SSDs. A lot of people have been saying about this too. And this is the ones where you're going into assist or looking for people to help you out. And that's pretty much, those are the two that are right now. I did also hear someone's been telling me about an issue with war games that husks are appearing in random places. I don't know if you know, but sometimes in SSDs you get these weird ones where sometimes husks will actually spawn like inside your trap tunnels but not destroy them. That's a weird one. I don't know if that's the same, but some people have been telling me lately that that's been happening. I don't know if you guys out there, if anyone can confirm it, that would be great. But let's talk about these two. The first one we're going to talk about, the matchmaking times are long for war games and SSDs. This is one that I've been hearing consistently about. Personally for me, like I said, I have never actually assisted in a war games, which I need to. I really need to, like just hitting the assist at the beginning. I need to, because I need to do that to complete that requirement so I can get my tickets for that. And for a lot of people trying to go into SSDs and war games, like play with others and help others, some people are saying that they are spending an exorbitant amount of time going through them. Now, what I would say was, just make sure that you go and find people to play with. So the best recommendation I can tell you to avoid this, so you don't have to just sit there and wait to go into a mission with someone else, is, there's a lot of communities out there. There's a lot of Discords. There's a lot of streamers out there who play Save the World. So maybe you can find them, be a part of their communities, and, just ask there. Ask if they would be willing to help you, or ask their viewers too. Ask those communities. There's some on Reddit as well. There's some great communities for Save the World. A lot of people that will be willing to help out, and you can invite them to help you out. You can help them, and make some friends and connections that way, because this game is a social game. it is built to have friends, and to develop that, and develop those bonds, and create that. The biggest thing I would tell you guys is, you know what, as great as someone can be, as much as you can play with someone, don't trade with them. Just don't trade with them. Don't do that, because it could be, or if they say, hey, can you build this and I'll pay you back in the materials, something like that. My recommendation would be just join them, farm with them. We can farm really good right now. Go and farm with them, go hang out with them, go enjoy the game with them, but stay away from trading. Just, if you don't trade, you're not going to get scammed. No trading, no scamming. That's a great way of doing it. So that would be really awesome to do like that. And finally, let's talk about this one. This is the most recent one. I did hear about that during my stream, and someone commented in a video. I went to look for it. I'm sorry I couldn't find it. There's too many comments. Someone did tell me recently, maybe it wasn't Twitter. I just realized it might have been on Twitter. But someone did tell me about this, that if you give a weapon to a defender, it may not be returned. Now, personally, for me, I've never used a defender in Wargames, actually. So I've never come across this. But if you are doing it, especially if you're soloing those Wargames, which we're going to talk about that in a second, especially if you're soloing them and you're using a defender, make sure that you're not giving them something that you can't afford to lose. Defenders are wonderful. If you go into a mission, you set down your defenders, you can do some amazing stuff with them. Using defenders, I really enjoy putting down if you're doing multiple ones, I like putting down like 2 defenders with sniper rifles and one with an AR or something like a Tiger. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Yes, they will burn through bullets, but they're awesome. They are awesome. Defenders are really good, and they can really be a positive. But apparently right now, they are still working on a fix for this. Hopefully they will get that in the near future, because you know what? Wargames is very unique now, and that's what I want to talk about. The last thing I want to talk about is what I feel about Wargames. First thing that I feel about Wargames is it's an amazing way to get tickets. It is an absolutely fantastically awesome way to get yourself summer tickets. And second that I think of it is you can actually solo it. You can completely solo Wargames, especially with Luna right now, that Paleo Luna and that amazing setup. If you go especially against if you use the one where you get pretty much just the single type of husks. I think it's the husked out one, or I forget which one that is. Husk Swarm, is that it? Yeah, only basic one. This one, Husk Swarm. So if you use Husk Swarm, it's amazing, because that's the only one you get. You get wave after wave of enemies that you can just like chop, 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 chop. It's so much fun. You can actually just... There's some really interesting ways where you can just sit there holding down the mouse and just clean everything out that comes your way. But I might show that in the future. It gets a little boring after a while, because you're not doing anything, just sitting there, just holding down the button. But it's kind of interesting. No traps needed either. It's crazy. But if you build traps, you can build up a really great trap tunnels, some really great trap fields, actually. Those beautiful... Oh man, there's some awesome fields you can make. So if you can make some really great trap fields and just, have some fun there. And it's a wonderful way. You can completely, totally, 100% solo these. And if you need to, you can just start them and go. You can just stand there. You can pretty much farm these tickets and this gold and this perk up and evolution materials, and just jump around and go and get those timers. That's all you got to do. It's actually really, really great. Actually, I might go ahead and do this one after the hotspots and Husk Swarm. It's so much fun. But anyway, Wargames, it's actually really, really fun. And if you're having a hard time getting into Wargames, I do know I haven't really made any guides on Wargames yet or anything, because I do know that there's a lot of people out there making them. I actually did a search for Wargames. There's tons of people who have done gameplay and stuff for it. So you know what? I'm not going to do it. I haven't watched any of the videos, because you guys know I don't like watching other people's content, because I don't want to inadvertently, take someone's idea or someone's comment or something and say it for my own, because I don't want to do that. So, but I know there's a lot of content out there. Go find it, guys. Go check out all these awesome YouTubers who are making really great Wargames content. I would hope it is. But if you guys would like something specific to be seen in Wargames, let me know. Let me know, and I would love to make some videos for Wargames. And if you'd like to play Wargames with us, make sure to come to the stream on Wednesdays. You can check my schedule. My schedule is posted on Twitter and on my Discord every single every single week, every single Sunday. Every single Sunday morning, I update my schedule for the week, and I try and stream every single Wednesday. So if you guys would like to come down to the stream, we are doing War Game Wednesdays or Wednesday War Games. I think War Game Wednesdays. I like War Game Wednesdays. WW. So we're doing War Game Wednesdays every single Wednesday. You just come down, get on the list. When it's your turn, we play. We can do any of your war games that you want, and we can have a bunch of fun with it. So that's all I want to say, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I am DUJ2. Let me know what you guys think of war games down below in the comments. I think it's been a fantastic addition to Save the World, and as I said before, something that I would love to see is I would love to see war games progress a little bit more, be just a little bit more customizable in that sense, and maybe even make it a standalone game mode for Fortnite, so that kind of like creative people could use what they've learned in creative and then combine and kind of introduce them into Save the World through war games. Imagine that if war games was a standalone game mode, and everyone was able to get there. They had a certain amount of traps, of supplies. They could build their their base or whatever, a single base, like let's say Stonewood. Okay, everyone had access to the Stonewood save the SSD. You can build your Stonewood base. You can build it with traps or whatever, and then you could request help from any of your friends. And if your friends had, get this, if your friends had Save the World, they could put certain traps that you might not have access to. And of course, make war games free. Make war games a game mode that is completely free for anyone to enter. And then, of course, make the locker and all that accessible across the board, and also in Save the World, because then Battle Royale people could play, and creative people could play war games defending their SSDs. Friends that have Save the World could come in. They could let them use different weapons that would disappear maybe at the end, or set up certain traps that might be able to stay or maybe disappear, but set up certain traps that would be only for them, that only us and Save the World would have it. That way, Battle Royale people could be like, hey, this is pretty cool. I want to buy Save the World so that I can get access to all this as well. I don't know, just an idea, something we've been talking about, something that I think would be awesome to enter into war games. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I think I'm gonna go and have some fun with this Hotspots of Hearthstone. You know what? I might do it tomorrow. To start SSD Saturday. Don't forget, guys, Saturdays is SSD Saturday. On Saturdays, we do nothing but SSDs. So if you need help with an SSD, especially now that, remember, in the future, we're gonna have harder content only accessible to people who are doing SSDs. Only to people who have SSD 10 done. So I need to get on that too. We might do my SSDs tomorrow. We might work on that too. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. You guys have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.